Hello peeps and welcome back to Gult's Gorge. Okay, so the map corruption that we're dealing with seems to be holding relatively stable, but someone did report to me on the forums that thermal expansion blocks are starting to be affected, so I honestly don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to continue this series. But we're going to try and drag it out as long as we can. Now, last time we started to dabble around in blood magic, and I came to the realization that as fun as this tree farm is, it's just not cutting it as far as power is concerned. We have our 4 steam dynamos back here. They're struggling to keep up, and these things are at the reinforced level, so these things are struggling to keep up. I'm always logging in to see our power completely drained, and we're only pulling in 90 RF a tick, 98, 100 RF a tick tops out of these 4 engines now. These things are putting out 80 each, so we're producing 320, but we're using about 220. You can see here something's eating up even more power because now we're only getting 18 RF a tick. So it could be that, yeah, the furnace kicked on. So we need to get some on-demand power. That's what we're going to work on today. That's what this room that I have built is for. You might notice we have a nice, neat-looking room here. So we're going to get started with a big reactor. Now, we're going to get started with a little big reactor, but a big reactor nonetheless. I've been cooking up our yellorium. We only have about 118 yellorium ingots, so yellorium is still kind of at a premium, but I think we'll be able to work with this. Hello. What the hell? What the hell? Thank you. Okay. Are you kidding me? Fine, we'll do it this way. Everything starts with these reactor casings, and it says legacy, but this is still the stuff you need. So we need to get some reactor casings to start. This requires some graphite and some reactor casing cores, which requires graphite, gold, basically a bunch of stuff. So we're going to need to get some graphite. Graphite is just coal or charcoal smelted again. I tell you what, speed running has spoiled me on having a speed boost because now I feel like I move so slow. We're going to interrupt the cooking process that I have going on here. I've been cooking up all of the iron that we got out of our wonderful, the thing that we've got in the mining world, the quarry, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and start cooking up some graphite. And it's not going to take us much to get started. So I'm going to take the first 24. We'll get started with that. That should give us enough to build a few blocks. Now, I have not tested thoroughly this design that I'm planning on. So I know it works, but I don't know how well it's going to work. We'll find out though. So we need some of these reactor cores. We're going to go ahead and just produce 12 of them because we're going to need them eventually. No point not to have them. I really need to get an ME system in here. Something that I can access. It's just getting ridiculous having to go back and forth. One other small upgrade that I did off camera, besides putting that building in over there, I added a couple of Torchmaster torches. There's one out here right next to our tree farm. There's also one in the reactor room that I just built. Those have an effect radius of 32 blocks. So within a 32 block radius of those things, mobs or hostile mobs should not spawn. So we'll go ahead and get 48 of them to start. We're going to have to make some more, but this will give us a good start. Now, the reactor that I have in mind is an internal 5x5x1. So, this room is 7 wide. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to have to move this door, I think. I went ahead and replaced this with basalt from chisel because I discovered the hard way that it's not going to work having any sort of quark block in here. Quark is a big no-no now. The sad thing is that we got lucky because the only thing we lost was some decoration blocks. Apparently there have been some people on the server who've lost their entire inventories because they had them in a quark chest. And the quark chest turned into something else. Another thing that I should note. Something weird happened when I logged in the other night. The forestry blocks that were over here, they had changed. They weren't forestry blocks anymore. They were apiaries. So I broke them, and I placed them down here to see what would happen, and they vanished. So, yeah, forestry is totally borked. Which kind of sucks because I was going to use biofuel as a power source, and now I can't. So, anyway, time's wasting. So let's get to work on this reactor. Like I said, the design that I have is a 5x5x1 internal, which means I need a 7x7 block on the outside. 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this needs to be all reactor casings. Almost had enough. Alright, let's go in here and grab some more shit. By now I should be able to put the rest of this in here. Go ahead and get that cooking. Holy eggs. Okay, so we're going to need more than 12 of these things. Go ahead and get 20 of them. We're going to need probably about a stack, maybe a few extra of these. Go ahead and toss those in. And we're going to need what the hell is going on? Because it's JEI synchronized? Okay, we're going to need a reactor controller. We're going to need 5 reactor control rods. 2. Am I really out of graphite? I'm really out of graphite. I guess we'll toss some in here. And we'll go ahead and toss some more in the alloy smelter too. Oh, I went ahead and upgraded this to the Superium furnace. I'm currently collecting supremium to be able to upgrade it again. Hopefully I'm almost done. With all of this crap. $21, $24, $27. Good. Go ahead and toss that in there and let her go. Yeah, I went and made all that bronze so I could do forestry, and now I can't use forestry. Feels bad, man. Did it really pull? Yeah, it pulled from the top and used it to supply the bottom. 3, 4, 5. We need 5 reactor control rods. We need 5 yellorium fuel rods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to need... well, we could use a redstone flux power tap if I was making this a passively cooled reactor, but I'm not. I'm making this an actively cooled reactor, so we're going to need at least 1 reactor access port. I actually want 2. I have to make sure to use these chests, because these chests, if they are placed in the world, are going to go away. Are you kidding me? Can I use these things as just become... No, I can't. Of course, why? Why not? Why would I be able to do that? Do you have any wood? No. Of course not. Why would you have wood? That's another very bad thing about this tree farm. I love the tree farm. I love how the tree farm works. I don't particularly love yeah, I don't particularly love the fact that every single bit of wood that I have is being smelted into charcoal just to keep my stuff running. It's kind of annoying, actually. So, let's go ahead and get some regular chests to get 2 of these reactor access ports. Now, I'm also going to need to get some reactor coolant ports, which are these things. This requires buckets, and I don't think I have very many in the system, so I'm going to make a few. We'll need some more in the future anyway. So we're going to get 2 of these coolant ports. We are also probably going to want a redstone port. Yeah, we're going to want a redstone port. So we can shut the thing off without having to... Yeah. We're not going to need the power taps. I think that's actually all we're going to need other than some yellorium ingots. At least to get the thing set up. So, I am going to need the casings. I only have 24 of them left, so I'm going to need to make some more. $56 might be enough. 60 should be enough. Okay. Back into here. on the back here, I'm going to put my 2 access ports. I want these on the back because this is where I'm going to handle my automation. I want this to be outlet mode. So this one is going to output stuff from the reactor. This one's going to take stuff in. We're going to connect this into our ME system. We'll go ahead and put this around like that. And I'm actually going to probably want, well, no, to start out, what I have should be good. So we're going to go with 5 of these. On top of each of these, I have to have a control rod. We have to complete the casing, which I will come back and complete this part later. But in the front, I want to have the reactor controller, which I'm going to put right there. And I'm going to have these 2 reactor coolant ports. One is going to go there, and one is going to go there. Now, I'm going to bore a hole in this wall, and I'm going to put the reactor redstone port right there. This will allow me to toggle the reactor on or off based on whether or not we're getting a redstone signal. I can use that for some basic automation. We'll go ahead and put in 2 more reactor casings to finish this level. And now we just need the coolant to go inside the reactor. Now, we're going to use water for the actual active cooling, but I want to put some resonant ender in there. Resonant ender. Oh, you can actually get it from, well, that's resonant ender, but that's just from, well, yeah, I guess that's it. So we just need resonant ender, which is 1 bucket is 4 ender pearls. We're going to need probably at least 4 buckets. I'm going to go ahead and get a few extra. And we're going to need a tank. Let's go ahead and just get us another basic portable tank. So we'll need a redstone servo and a basic tank. There we go. We're also going to need a fluid conduit. So we'll go over here. We'll melt down our ender pearls in here. Hopefully this gets hot enough to melt these. I didn't even think about that. But while that's running, I also want to get the steam engines ready, because we're going to be using steam engines with these. Steam dynamos, we're going to need 4 of them. So we'll need 4 of these transmission coils to get 4 of those dynamos. We're going to need upgrade kits. These dynamos, I want to upgrade the whole way to resonant. So we're going to need bronze gears to get 4 hardened upgrade kits. What am I missing? Invar. And I know I'm going to be missing other crap as I go, so. But we'll take care of that when I get there. And I might only set up one of these on camera and then come back and do the others. Plenty of graphite now. Actually, I already had it pulled up on this screen in here, so I want to continue using this one. Okay, that got me my 4. We're going to need reinforced upgrade kits, which is silver gears and some sort of hardened glass and electrum. So I'm going to need gold, and silver. Should have gotten all this stuff ready off camera, but yeah, this is what happens when you're doing things as they come. Sometimes you don't do things quite optimally. Okay, so we'll go ahead and smelt up a crap ton of electrum. This should get me a stack. Good enough, I'll come back for the rest of it later. I'm not going to need any more than that. Meanwhile, let's go see if my resonant ender has cooked up. Yes, good. Place that down. Fluid conduit. Extract, active without signal. And this will fill up with resonant ender. It looks really weird in there, but that should be resonant ender when I pick it up. Yeah. Okay, so reinforced upgrade kits. 1, 2, 3. No, apparently not, because I need more. Let's see, I can use any hardened glass. Which I'm pretty sure means that I can also use fused quartz, yes. But apparently I can't use quartz glass. And I actually don't have that much quartz. So I'm going to do what I was talking about earlier. I'm just going to make like 2 of these things to start. We'll come back to it later. Signalium upgrade kit. This requires cryothium. It also requires electrum gears and signalium. So cryothium, I have to have blizz powder. Blizz powder, I have to get from a fluid transposer, which requires destabilized redstone. So I'm going to need a magmatic dynamo, or a magma crucible and a fluid transposer. The magma crucible is nether brick, invar gears, redstone conductance coil, and redstone reception coil. And of course the machine frame, which of course I don't have any freaking gears for. Okay, there's the magma crucible. The fluid transposer is Invar Gears Redstone Reception Coil, which requires some gold, which I don't have. I'm going to have to go get the gold that I've been cooking up. It was good. I'm recording at the moment. I'll talk to you in... I'm recording. I'll talk to you in a bit. It was good, though. Let's go ahead and get this gold. We'll smelt that up. There we go. That ought to give me enough to work with. There we go. Fluid transposer to go along with the magma crucible. We're going to need some snowballs and some redstone. Because blizz powder is just snowballs infused with liquid redstone. For the moment, I'm going to go ahead and plug these two machines in on the main line right here. They're going to pull power coming in from these dynamos. And I need to set this. Okay, that one is set properly. This one is not. Now it is. Alright, so if I put 32 redstone in here, it's going to start cooking that redstone up into destabilized redstone. And if I toss these snowballs in here, once we have 200 millibuckets of destabilized redstone, which is 2 pieces, it's going to pull a snowball in, it's going to start infusing the destabilized redstone into the snowball to get me blizz powder. So, with the blizz powder, I can now make cryothium. To cryothium is niter, snowball, redstone, and some of that blizz powder. So with that, I will need signalium still. Signalium blend is copper, silver, and destabilized redstone. You can also make signalium in an alloy smelter by just tossing in redstone, silver, and copper. So we're going to do that. Let's see, 3 to 1 to 10. So 9 to 3 to 30. Now, I am going to let this episode go long. Normally, I would end an episode right around 40 minutes, but this build takes a little bit more than a standard build does, so I want to get this done on camera. We'll go ahead and get signalium.
User joined your channel.
I'm in the AFK channel on the TeamSpeak, so nobody will bother me in here. I am going to need an electrum gear. I'm just going to get one of these. I will come back and get the extras off camera. I'm also going to need the resonant upgrade kit. This requires lumium, enderium, and pyrotheum. Pyrotheum should be able to get pretty easily. I have blaze powder, I have sulfur dust. All I need is coal dust. So if I grab some coal, actually I should get my lumium and my enderium too. Lumium in an alloy smelter is made with glowstone, silver, and tin. So we'll grab some glowstone, we'll grab some silver, and we'll grab some tin. And I'm going to need resonant. Not that. I'm going to need enderium, which is enderium base, pyrotheum, and ender pearls. So I'm going to need quite a bit of pyrotheum. Enderium base is tin, silver, and platinum. So tin, silver, and platinum. I don't have much platinum. Let's throw some more ender pearls in here. We'll go ahead and get that going. I need to grab myself a bite to eat. Grab a couple grilled cheesers. There we go. Okay. By now I should have my signalium. We are going to make some aluminum, which this isn't going to make much. I'm not going to need a whole lot. We're also going to need silver, tin, and a little bit of platinum to get the enderium base. That'll get us 4 enderium base. We're going to need to toss some coal in here to get coal powder. Which we'll use to get our pyrotheum. That'll work. We'll leave 4 pyrotheum in there and we'll take the other with us to make enderium. So we'll take this out, enderium base, ender pearls, and pyrotheum dust. Combine. To give us our enderium. However, we only get 2 for every combination in here, so we have to wait for a little bit longer. Because I need a total of 4 of these. There we go. And we're going to get a little bit of extra. That's okay. I'm going to need it because I'm going to be making this stuff off camera too. But I want to get this thing running. So we'll go ahead and toss our stuff in here. And I'll toss the rest of my stuff in here too. I'll come back through and fix this all off camera. We are going to need the resonant upgrade kit, which requires a lumium gear, 2 pyrotheum, and the resonant ender that we just made. Now, we're going to need some more of that mechanical pipe. I don't have much left. I only have 2, so we're going to need more than that. I'm going to get another 32 of them. I went ahead and made some more enriched alloy and some more reinforced alloy off camera. So that gives me 34 mechanical pipe. We are also going to need to upgrade our conduit network. We're going to use enhanced energy conduit because these can only handle 640 RF tick, and the thing that I'm about to build is going to be able to produce more than that. So, we're also going to need some upgrades for our dynamos. The first upgrade we are going to need is the turbine conversion kit. This is a specialized kit for steam dynamos that greatly increases power generation and efficiency, but it requires all of your steam to be provided from an outside source. That's what the reactor is going to do. So we need to get some copper plates. For that, we're just going to get a forge hammer, get some copper, and bang, bang, we got some copper plates. We also need an iron gear. We also need a redstone conductance coil. And bam, we have our turbine conversion kit. We are also going to get ourselves some, let's see, we're going to get ourselves some fuel catalyzers, which increase the efficiency of our dynamos. This also requires conductance coils. We're going to get 3 of these per dynamo. So let's see what this is going to do for us. Last thing I'm going to need is a bucket and the crescent hammer. Because by now, this stuff is melted, and I can pick up this bucket. And if we take a look at this, this holds 6 buckets of resonant ender. So, the resonant ender is used inside the thing as a coolant. It's not really a coolant per se, but, well, you get the idea. Need a way to get up there. I don't want to use these reactor casings because that's going to mess something up if I try it. Might be able to put one there and jump. There we go. So, we'll put that there, get ourselves a bucket, and if we put the buckets down here, we're going to see that resonant ender is going to flood all over the place. Now you don't want to step in this because resonant ender has the abilities of an ender pearl. If you step in it, it'll teleport you. So you kind of want to avoid stepping in it if at all possible. And I'm going to leave it like that, I think. This should be sufficient. If I have to, I can come back and fill this in later. But I don't think I have to worry about it right now. Am I really out of these reactor casings? Come on. Bouncy, bouncy. Gonna need my configurator too. Let's go ahead and make a few more of these reactor casings. That should be enough. And we're gonna run in here. And complete this casing. Once it's complete, the reactor controller takes on a different appearance, and we can actually see that this reactor is properly built. For right now, I'm going to punch a hole in the back wall so that I can access it. I will be automating this, but I want to be able to get at the back of it. Now, we need to get water into this thing. That's where this mechanical pipe is going to come into play. We're going to pump water from our tank over here into there. So let's get up there. And we'll place our elite mechanical pipes on here. And we need to use the configurator on here to switch this into pull mode in order to fill this pipe. We're going to jump up here and we're going to run the elite mechanical pipe across the distance. And I might actually need more pipe. I didn't do the math. Bring one up. Let's see, where do I need this to come down at? I want this to come down in through here, I think. I'm going to need more pipe. Okay. I really need to get some sort of flight going on. So we'll go ahead and make a few more basic mechanical pipes. Upgrade those to elites. There we go. And that's got that running into there. We'll break this stuff off. And we'll get up on here. And run the last bit of mechanical pipe. This is going to flood the inside of the reactor with water as coolant. If we take a look at our reactor controller, we'll see it has 12 buckets of water in there. We need yellorium to power this thing. So I'm going to get all of our yellorium and dump it into here. Yellow is input, blue is output. The last thing I'm going to need to do, oh, please, please, please actually succeed and back up. Okay, I think we're good. I will need to change this one into output mode. Red here is output, blue is input. And I'm going to need to run some mechanical pipe out to here. And we're going to run this along this wall. This is going to put steam into our dynamos. The dynamos themselves are going to be sitting here. And the enhanced energy conduit, actually, damn it. Sometimes this thing is too fast. The enhanced energy conduit is going to come out here and it's going to mesh with this. Probably underground. But I'm not going to worry about that for now. Right now I'm just going to kind of put it through the door. I'll clean this up later. I want to get this done so I can show you guys what it actually does. I'm also going to temporarily disconnect this here. I'm going to go ahead and replace all of this conduit. This system is currently disconnected, so these things are going to build up power and then they're going to shut themselves off. This, however, is currently losing power at a fairly significant rate because right now nothing's powering it. Let's go ahead and set down one of our basic steam dynamos. And I think I just crashed. I'm pretty sure I just crashed. Oh, nope, we're good. We're good. It didn't like that, but we're good. So I'm going to break this, and we're going to put down conduit first, and then we're going to put down the steam dynamo so it connects that way. Now, we are going to put this elite mechanical pipe back on here, like that. We're going to put this elite mechanical pipe back on there. And if we take a look in this dynamo, we're going to see that it currently has no upgrades. So we're going to have to upgrade this thing once to be even able to put the turbine in it. Let's go ahead and give this thing the turbine augment. This thing now can only run on externally provided steam. Well, let's go ahead and turn this on. Boom! We are online. We're currently using 4 millibuckets per tick of yellorium. core heat has built up dramatically, and we are currently outputting 80 millibuckets tick of steam. This thing is using 80 millibuckets tick of steam to produce 160 RF. So that's the equivalent of 2 of those out there already. And this is only a hardened dynamo. Let's go ahead and take it up to reinforced level, which is what those are out there. At the reinforced level, it's producing 240. Currently pulling 120 millibuckets of steam. Let's put in one of these fuel efficiency augments. Okay, we're still only getting 120 millibuckets of steam, so that's not kosher. So these things do not work in this engine. Good to know. But 120 millibuckets per tick of steam in order to get 240 RF tick. Let's take it up a notch. Signalium level, using 160 millibuckets tick of steam to produce 320 RF a tick of power. Let's take it up a notch. 400 RF tick of power for 200 millibuckets tick of steam. Awesome. That one dynamo is producing more power than the other 4. I think that's pretty damn neat. Now, of course, from here, you just upgrade it further. So, let's go ahead and get some more of those turbine upgrades and see what we can do. Let's see, how do I make the aluminum? Because I'm going to need, well, actually, I'm not even going to worry about the aluminum on camera, I don't think. Tin, silver, well, I may as well. Tin, we'll grab some silver. I've already got the glowstone on me. And this stuff cooked up pretty quick. I'll just need to produce more of it off camera so I can finish the upgrades. Silver, tin, glowstone. Yeah, we'll go ahead and grab that. And we'll grab that. And I'm going to set up a second dynamo. I should have just enough materials to set up a second one. Let's see. Need the signalium upgrade. I don't have any more cryothium. That's okay. I've got more blizz powder in the thing out here I forgot about. Lots more blizz powder. You can also get this by killing blizzes, which are those blaze type monsters, but they live in icy biomes. Figured I was going to run out of niter. Okay, we'll get another signalium upgrade, get aluminum gear, we'll get another resonant upgrade, and we'll go ahead and get 4 more of these turbine conversion kits. Or 3 more. These fuel catalyzers can't really use. I wonder if the auxiliary transmission coils work. Let's make one and try it. Okay, let's go install a second dynamo. We're going to need to break this out. We'll install the no. Break. Thank you. like I said, I'll clean this crap up off camera. I probably won't even have the dynamos actually in this room. I'll probably pipe the steam out here. Or do something with it, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I might pipe the steam up there and have the dynamos hooked up to the ceiling. But let's go ahead and upgrade this dynamo. Reinforced upgrade. Signalium upgrade. Resonant upgrade. Install a turbine. Elite mechanical pipe. You're getting steam. Producing 400 RF tick. This is now outputting 400 millibuckets tick. Let's see, fuel. We're actually burning through fuel fairly fast. So this is kind of an expensive way to generate power, but it is very powerful. It's a very powerful way to generate energy. Let's try 400 RF a tick, 520 RF a tick, using 460. So that actually did provide a pretty decent upgrade for the amount of steam. I'm only using 60 millibuckets more a tick of steam, but I gained 120 RF a tick. So that's a pretty significant upgrade. But if we come out here now and take a look, we're going to see we're gaining power pretty fast. And if we were to take this enhanced energy conduit and replace it, replace all this, so that we're getting the power from this, now we're in real good shape for power. But we are burning through yellorium pretty fast. One more thing I want to check out is I want to make sure that we're not exceeding the limit of our water tank. So if we take a look at the water tank here, we're currently flooded with the full 6,400 buckets. So we're good there. Don't have to worry about that. Alright, so that is going to give us the power upgrade that we need. For right now, I am going to kill this reactor. We'll let the heat come down. Once the steam runs out on these, it'll stop producing power. But off camera, I'm going to finish this power plant. I'm going to clean things up a little bit, get the conduits out of the way so that they don't look quite as ugly. Figure out what I'm going to do with this redstone port. Let's see, input set from signal, toggle on pulse is what I want. So we'll have a button here that we can use to turn this thing on. And eventually I'll have probably some sort of energy detection method to detect when we're getting really low on power, and we'll toggle it from that. But that's something to be considered for down the road. As of right now, I have a way to produce power on demand that does not require charcoal. So that's good. It does require yellorium. That's bad. How many bars of yellorium have we burned through? We've already burned through 5 bars of yellorium. So, I mean, it's not an optimal way to generate power. That's still coming. But it's a lot more powerful. It allows us to convert yellorium fuel into ridiculous amounts of power for short-term usage. That's what we needed. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this very long episode. This has been Night Dagger with Let's Play on Gult's Gorge, episode 12. Like I said, I'm going to clean things off camera, and then we'll come back with episode 13, in which I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do yet, but we'll find out then. Hope you guys are enjoying the series, and I'll catch you later, peeps.